Gauss.
What is up, YouTube? It's Ubu the Tech Guru coming straight at you. How is everybody doing today? I'm doing fan-tiddly-astic. Today I'm going to bring you some more sniper gameplay, and this match is on the map Williamsburg, which is a map that I would suggest that you give sniping a try on. It's pretty wide open. It's got some long lines of sight and some pretty decent perch spots to snipe from. And right away, let's look at the class that I'm using. And my preferred sniper is the Gauss Sabot gun. And I do switch up the scopes depending on which map that I'm going to be sniping on. The default scope is a sniper scope, which allows you to zoom in with the B button. Or, for a little bit of smaller maps, I might switch it up to the assault scope, which doesn't allow you to zoom in at all, but it still does have some magnification to the scope. And then as my secondary, I have the Hammer 2, as you can see. Oh, I also forgot to mention the one of the other attachments for the Gauss Sabot I'm using is the extended magazine. The only other attachment for underbarrel is the hologram, and I don't know how you feel about that. I don't have it unlocked yet, but I'm just using extended magazine as my underbarrel attachment. And then the perks that I'm using, you can see I have Retriever, which allows you to automatically collect your dog tags, which is obviously very beneficial for when you're sniping. I mentioned that in my previous sniping tips video, which there should be an annotation on the screen now if you want to check that one out. Then my other modules would be low profile, which is something that's going to be keys. You don't want to be a red dot on the minimap when there's a max radar up if you're sniping. And then my third module is going to be surveillance, and that allows you it highlights your enemies through the scope when you're viewing them. I only have a tier 1 right now, but tier 2, it auto tags enemies for your entire team when you view them through your scope, and tier 3, enemies are unable to tag you. So those of you that aren't familiar, tagging in Crysis 3, you do it through your visor. So you hit the up button just once and it will bring up like a binoculars. You can zoom in with the binoculars by holding the left trigger, and if you just view them long enough, it's usually like maybe half a second or so. If they're moving, you got to track them a little bit in your binoculars, and then what happens is it ends up tagging them and they show up as a red dot on the minimap. So tagging when you're sniping is very beneficial to help out your teammates locate enemies on the map. So let's get right into the gameplay. And the other things that I have in this class, I am using the Jaw, which is like a rocket launcher. You only get one missile, but on those times where the person might be on one of the objectives and they're hiding behind the spear or hiding behind the crash site pod, and you can't get a clear shot on them with your sniper rifle, you just pull out the Jaw and launch a rocket right at the center zone, and usually you'll end up getting the kill with the the explosion radius of the Jaw. So now if we get into the gameplay here, as I said, this is on the map Williamsburg. It's a very open map. This was the game only had 3 players. I think we were playing against 4 others, maybe 3 others. I don't really recall. It did just show how many other players were on the other team. Something with sniping that isn't the easiest is tracking your enemy within your scope as they're moving. I've said it before that sniping is a little bit more difficult in this game just because of player movement is a little faster than Call of Duty. You're going to see here that my Hammer 2, ended up helping me out quite a bit with that kill. I didn't end up knowing that he had a teammate behind him, which took me out. But so this is crash site game mode on the map. Like I already said, Williamsburg a couple times now. But for those of you that don't know, crash site, it's basically similar to headquarters, like from the Call of Duty series. And that gunfight there, my teammate ended up helping me out, And you see way in the back of the map that they have a pretty good sharpshooter. He's using the takedown, which is a single fire weapon, I believe he was using, and it does have some really good damage to it, and it's also good for longer lines of sight maps like Williamsburg. So you're going to notice plenty of times in this match that, you know, I try to track an enemy through the scope, and it's not the easiest thing to do. I don't know how I could not kill this guy. I put so many rounds into him, and I must not have been on target exactly right, so it didn't end up giving me the kill. That one was probably a headshot, so that gave me the kill. And the good part about the retriever module is that obviously it's, once I get the kill, my tag is automatically collected, so that I can you know, gain the tags consecutively and be able to call in kill streaks. So there's another one. So I should have my max radar at the next kill, and I think I got it there. I might even have had a collateral there. It said double kill, unless it just counted the 2 kills back to back so quickly. Let's see, I don't know if I got the max radar or not. I do. See over there on the left side, the way you call in your kill streaks in Crysis 3 is just hitting down on the D-pad. So your kill streaks that you earned will show over there right above the mini-map. So right there you can see my secondary obviously helped me out with that first guy. You know, trying to quick scope with the sniper, I've noticed in this game, you know, I guess if you're good at quick scoping in the Call of Duty series, you could try to give it a try in this game. I've gotten a couple of, as you saw in the beginning, I had a nice no-scope headshot on the map Hell's Kitchen, and I had a nice snipe out of the air also that I kind of put in the beginning of this video just to show a few little highlights of me sniping. You know, communication is so here I pull out the jaw, and I know there's a guy around here. I end up getting him, I believe. Yep. And I probably should have saved the jaw for more than just one person. Like I said, when they're... Oh, this is a really cool part. Another really cool feature in this game is the stealth kill. So notice, since I was in stealth mode, I went up behind the guy, and it brought up the little display that said hit the B button for a stealth kill. And it basically kind of like slits their throat. So I do another one back to back. It's kind of cool. It's a neat little animation in the game. So now I got another max radar. Max radars are really crucial in this game. You can't count on them 100%, obviously. Just like any first-person shooter, you don't want to solely, you know, count on your mini-map showing a red dot when you have a max radar up. That's just obviously not the best game awareness. You want to always notice where your blue dots are, where your teammates are on the map, and generally your enemies are going to be in the opposite, you know, location of where your teammates are. That's just kind of common sense in how generally all first-person shooter spawns work. You know, they're going to spawn the enemy away from where the blue dots are. I saw that there was red dots in that building. I should have been more, you know, aware that there was going to be somebody in there shooting at me when I was over there on that roof. That roof is a good spot to protect the spear, or there's also a well, that's a crash site location, but there's also a spear location over there, and that roof, you know, if you can hide out cloaked with a sniper rifle and they're coming, you know, not through the building but just through that open area, you can hold them back from even getting close to the objective to begin with. You know, so there's several times you're going to notice that I get killed by somebody that I don't even know is there, you know, because they're cloaked out, and you know, I can't complain about that because I'm obviously doing the same thing. Most of the time I am sniping, and when you're sniping, you know, you generally want to pick a good, you know, advantageous spot on the map and use it to the best of your ability, you know. So you cloak yourself out and hide and pick off people from your advantageous location. You know, the gun is very powerful. It's, I believe the damage, I've already, you know, stated the damage in my previous sniping tips video, but the damage for the gun is, let me see here, it is 20 out of 20, and its range is 20 out of 20 as well, and its accuracy is 20 out of 20. So the Gauss Sabot is really powerful. When you hit him, I noticed sometimes it can be kind of inconsistent. You saw there that I thought it looked like I hit the enemy once, but it didn't end up giving me a kill. It kind of lit the guy's armor up bright red, which I believe means it activated his auto armor. And, auto armor is like the worst enemy of sniping, so that's something to keep in mind. If you choose to go for a shot, it's going to expose you quite a bit, even if you're cloaked, because there is a tracer kind of like on your round as it flies through the air. They can see pretty much where the general area where it came from. And I was trying to talk about the inconsistency a little bit of the Gauss Sabot. I just got squirreled a little bit, and there's so many times in this match where I do get one-shot kill. This guy, I was waiting for him to come out, and he's just running super fast. I forget if I get him or not. I do. So I tracked him actually pretty well there. Even though he was moving pretty fast, I was able to track and hold on target and choose the exact right time to pull the trigger to get the kill. So, there is plenty of times, as I've already stated, where I think right here I pull up the jaw. Yep, because I know there's multiple enemies. And I don't know how I only got... Oh, because their auto armor lit up. So that was unfortunate that they did have auto armor. This is the Orbital Blast. You call it in, and you can change the location at where the orbital strike first, gets put down. And you can also change the direction in which the orbital strike moves on the map. I've also, as far as kill streaks, I have discussed that on a previous video as well. It's Kill Streaks Explained. I'll put an annotation on the screen for that video if you're curious about the kill streaks. They are predefined for each map, and they're all standard. Everybody has the same ones, and you obviously, hopefully you know by now, you get the kill streak by killing somebody and then collecting the tag. And I've already mentioned once that I have the retriever module, so my tags are automatically picked up for me. Right now it's 115 to 90. If you notice in the upper right corner, there's a minute and 24 seconds left. That was an easy kill there. He was pretty close, and we're just basically communicating right now in the game, saying that we really need to hold this last site to get the win. I'll have to do a video on what the max amount of points you can get for each. They really nerfed the melee in this game, and you can see the guy, it took full three melee hits to kill the guy. And then I come down and get a double kill with a fist stomp and get taken out by one of his friends. But yeah, I should do a video on what the max amount of points you can get is per crash site. You can see I got another max radar for my team. I've mentioned before, max radar is really critical for marking your enemies red on the map, but you don't want to solely base that information. You don't want to solely count on the mini map, always looking up at it, just because. See if I get this guy. I forget. There was like a million nades around me. I could not stay on target on that guy fast enough. Oh, and plus they had an orbital strike that came in and took me out. So there's only 6 seconds left of the game. It's 150 to 105. We got the W, which is what I play for. I really don't care about KD. I mean, obviously, I'd be lying if I said I didn't care about it at all. I obviously try to go positive every match, but I always play for the W, for the objective first and foremost. So I go 19 and 12, not too bad sniping. I know some of my kills were stealth kills, and some were with the jaw, and some with the hammer too. But I did have some nice snipes, in my opinion. So hopefully, I provided you with a little bit more of assistance as far as some sniping tips. Williamsburg, again, it is a great map to snipe on, in my opinion. And if you found this, useful, give me a rating, let me know what you thought, and hit that subscribe button for more. And until next time, I will see you on the battlefield.
Ubu out.